Welcome to the Health with Hashimoto's podcast. Our summer series is the Hashimoto's Health Lab. This series is going to be 10-minute episodes. Every week, we'll talk about a specific tool or practice. We're going to cover everything from environmental detox to stress reduction, energy boosters, biohacks, and all of it is going to be designed to give you tools for better health with Hashimoto's. I'm your host, Esther Youngkin. I'm a registered nurse helping women uncover their root causes and regain energy. So these episodes are going to be short. If you are ready for a deeper transformation, check out the Holistic Hashimoto's course. It will help you identify your unique triggers and root causes so that you can focus your own energy on what really matters for your health. Are you ready to explore a new strategy for thriving with Hashimoto's? Let's dive in. This is the Hashimoto's Health Lab. There's a new-ish word going around, and I wonder if you have heard of it. It's called the exposome. And basically, it is the cumulative or total environmental exposures that you have. It's all of the chemicals and toxins and hormones and obesogens and everything that has hit you all cumulatively. It's just a way to name that. And I have never used that word specifically, but if you've gone through the Holistic Hashimoto's program, if you've gone through the Root Causes Revealed course, the mini course, you have heard the concept because one of the biggest triggers and root causes for any autoimmune problem, but specifically for Hashimoto's, is the toxins that we are exposed to. So your exposome matters. And today's tool is one way to counteract that, and that is filtering your water or looking at your water. This could be a huge episode. I could do probably a month-long series during the winter, 20-minute episodes of different ways to filter your water and, pros and cons of different things. But first, let's talk about why your water matters, and clean water specifically matters, especially if you have an autoimmune problem. Now, with every single autoimmune problem, you have three different things. You have a genetic component, you have a gut component, and you have one or more triggers. Your genetic component is unchangeable. You are born with specific genes. Now, one common analogy that is said is that your genes load the gun, and then the triggers, obviously, pull the trigger. So your genes, you're born with them. But what you are exposed to can impact how that gene is expressed. So we want to do the best that we can to make sure that our genes are expressed correctly, that the bad ones are not turned on. We want to make sure that all of the switches are flipped in the correct order, right? And your body is awesome. Your body is amazing. It's always striving for health. So let's support it as much as we can. And here is what is in typical tap water. This is per the EPA studies. So in 98% of U.S. water systems, you have chlorine. Now, this is changing with the MAHA movement. I think Florida, as of this month, or maybe next month, soon, Florida is getting rid of chlorine in tap water. I don't know about other states. I'm assuming that other states will follow suit because chlorine, like you've seen in the Hashimoto's Decoded, the Root Causes Revealed mini course. If you haven't done that yet, it's going to take you less than an hour to go through, and I'm going to help you figure out your root causes. But we talk about the periodic table of elements, and I show you where chlorine is, and I show you in, a very simple way why that matters. I show you chlorine, I show you iodine, and we talk about why it matters for your thyroid that you have chlorine exposure. Another thing that is in your water, at least in 70% of tap water, are PFAS. Those are PFAS. They're the forever chemicals. They're found in 70% of U.S. tap water, and those are associated with thyroid dysfunction. Microplastics, another thing in tap water. They are so prevalent. 83% of global tap water samples have microplastics. This is horrible. We do not want to be drinking plastic. And yet these microplastics are in our tap water. And that's, even if you're avoiding drinking out of a plastic bottle. And yes, whenever possible, avoid drinking out of plastic. Drink out of glass. When I am home, I just use a mason jar, basic 1 liter or 1 quart canning jar. It's glass. So cheap. You can get them at a garage sale for 10 cents. I was passed down a whole bunch by different people at church, actually. Like, hey, do you want any canning jars? I'm like, yes, absolutely. That is what I prefer to drink out of when I am at home. When I'm out and about, I have a stainless steel water bottle because, again, I don't want the exposure to plastics. When I have to get some water on the go, I'll go to the gas station and I'll get, a plastic jug of water. I try to get the 1-gallon plastic jugs, and then I refill my stainless steel because I don't want the squeezy plastics that are at the gas station in all of the water bottles. I don't know about you, but I'm always looking for ways to reduce my exposome, to reduce the things that I'm exposed to. I can't control it all, but what I have control over, I want to control. So gross. Microplastics in our water. Another thing in our water, pharmaceutical residue. Yuck. We have drugs and hormones in our water. There are trace amounts of drugs and birth control. So many women are on birth control and then they're peeing it out, and there's hormones in our water. So we have pharmaceutical residue in our water. So all of this is going to contribute at some point to your exposome, whatever, to those toxins that you don't want to have bombarding you all the time. So a high quality water filter is one simple tool that you can implement. And I guess it could be simple, it could be complex. This one could be however big you choose to make it. You can do everything from, a countertop system. I will tell you the one water filtration system that I have been looking at the most. Right now, our well water has been tested fine, and I don't need an additional water filter. But if I did, my number one choice is called the water machine. Number one, the water machine is glass, and it uses a carbon filter. It sits on a countertop where you can get a stand for it. I love that it's glass. I love that there's not plastics that the water is going through. I think there's a tiny, plastic spout maybe, but for the most part, it's glass and it's carbon. It gets rid of everything. You get rid of the bacteria, get rid of the chlorine, viruses, parasites, fluoride, heavy metal, pharmaceuticals, petroleum contaminants, BPA, and like I already talked about, PFAS. It's going to get rid of all of it. It gets the herbicides and the pesticides out. The water machine is so good, and it keeps the minerals in. So there's other ways to filter your water too. There's reverse osmosis. That one's a really common and popular one because that gets everything out. The problem with reverse osmosis is that you have to add the minerals back in. And so there's some chemistry and some playing with it. And once you figure it out, I think it's not a problem, but it's just one extra step. So for me, when I have been looking at water filtration systems and water purifiers, that's the one that I landed on. I love the water machine. I do not own one, and the only way I can get you a discount code is if I bought one first. And like I said, I don't need one. So I do not have a discount code for you. But if you go to the website, which is just thewatermachine.com, there's a pop-up that can save you, I can't remember what percentage, when you buy straight from the company. So when you're looking at investing in this tool in filtering and cleaning your water, you do have options. Like I said, the reverse osmosis, the carbon, there's ceramic filters. You can get everything from a pitcher that you put in their fridge, or you can get actually in fridge ones. You can get whole house filters. You have a lot of options. Like I said at the beginning, we could do a whole month-long series, the 20-minute episodes on your different options. And so for right now, in this 10-minute episode, I'm going to tell you that the one I chose, if I needed to invest in one right now, is the water machine. And it would just be for drinking. It's not a whole house water filter. It's not going to affect the showers, but it would clean up the water very, very, very well. And you don't have to add anything back in. But there's a lot of choices. So you get to make that decision for you. But the biggest decision is choosing to lower your environmental toxin exposure through something that you're supposed to have, a half a gallon to a gallon drinking water a day. That's a lot. And so it's one little thing that you can do that has a huge cumulative effect, filtering your water. This podcast is for informational and educational purposes only. Please discuss any changes with your trusted healthcare provider. To take your next step, join our school community and explore the courses available there. You do not have to figure your health out alone. So that is school, SKOOL.com, and it is the Health with Hashimoto's community. I'll see you next time on the Health with Hashimoto's podcast.